actually said he was going to stop by. So.
Oh, you done stopping by?
Yeah.
No, I was gonna drive up.
He was going to drive up here, and I told him if he's serious, I'll wait for him and I'll bring him.
Oh, really?
That's why I called.
I'm happy you're here. Huh, okay.
Come on, man.
Our firstborn. Daniel Jr. I was reading all about you the other day. Well, King Gary.
I saw a little snippet of. I guess I don't know if you were performing with that, but you wanted so much.
What?
It's like the way his body was when he was on the stage. I was like, that is Daniel right now. Like the way he was performing looked just like you. Oh my God.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Like the way he was moving and like the way his back is kind of arched.
I don't arch my back.
If you saw it, and you remember I have footage of you rapping. I see
You do?
Mm-hmm.
You haven't seen that?
Yeah, Dan used to be Mario Ball.
That's true, Rebel.
I'll try.
And then a little scratch dog.
Yeah, it's not a little scrap anything.
It's just
Yeah.
Scrap Dog.
Little
He was
scratch
Scrap
dog.
Dog. Was Scrap.
Anything. Scrap dog. The verbal calamity, but you can just call me calamity for 2 different personnel.
Don't get fooled by the dusty and metal.
You remember that?
He listens to
My favorite song from Solo
I
was
used to drive
one.
in the Lero.
My favorite song was.
Oh no, yeah, I know
Solo.
Bolero, but I'm
My
saying
favorite
that
song from
lyric.
Solo is the one where he says, "Boom!" Sounds like the fucking bigger. Your dome explode, making it bigger.
Okay.
Yeah,
let's,
that was his first.
go ahead and start.
That was your first rap recorded.
Of course.
Everybody went crazy off of that.
All right, so we'll
Oh,
get
it's
started.
being recorded.
Yes, that's what she was saying.
Get started. Father in heaven, thank you for another wonderful day. Blessed to be able to be gathered together in the Son's name. Welcome you, O Holy Spirit. Lord, O God, we pray that you'll lead us and guide us to the truth. Enlighten us, strengthen us in our faith. In Christ's name we pray.
Amen.
Okay.
That's what y'all listen to me right now.
Let me see him.
This is okay.
She knows.
You know who you
Oh,
No.
no.
Oh,
I
yeah.
watch them every day.
She started.
Here recently, we've been talking about abundance. I want to get to a word called prosperity. Let's look at that word.
The etymology of it.
The definition. Okay, it's a verb to succeed in material terms, be financially successful. I reject that. Flourish physically, grow strong and healthy. I accept that. Make successful. It's the archaic definition. All right. And the etymology, prosperous, is to do well. Doing well. Anybody opposed to doing well?
Nobody's supposed to do well.
No?
No.
There's this message going around called the prosperity gospel.
That's what is on TV.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense for that to be on TV because To be on TV costs a lot of money. Is it on a broadcast where there's commercials or no commercials?
They don't need commercials. They just say
I don't think they do commercials.
you can sow a seed, or you can, if you want to continue to hear our gospel, send this amount of money or send some money.
Yeah, that's the reason why I'm asking, because if there's commercials and they get paid, and there's no commercials, they have to pay. However, either way it goes, it's a good idea to be on TV with this message because you're going to get ROI. Does anybody know what that means?
A who?
ROI.
ROI.
Or return on investment. Oh yeah, because now you're bigger than just your regular congregation. You're exposed to the whole world. They can all.
Sure.
So it's sort of like a PP loan.
What's that?
What's PPP?
What's a PP loan?
A loan that over $45,000.
Victoria, I needed you yesterday. I needed you or Solo yesterday. And he was explaining decades and stuff like that.
You was there when Kellen was there?
No, this
Oh,
was.
yeah, I saw Kelly.
He came by. He went by the house.
Can you bring the baby?
House. No, then we go pick the baby up.
He was in the area.
Let's go to Psalms 103:1.
Psalms 103.
I brought up this prosperity message to ask if there's anything wrong with it.
Service.
Yeah, all the actual is money.
But that's prosperity.
Let's see what the word says.
When you send
I
money,
don't have that version.
Psalms
you send
what?
money, you
103.
send money and you get rich. Because they pray for you and you get rich.
Actually, that's not so much the message. Some pastors will. That's what they, creflo dollar maybe. But what they're doing is selling for you to do well. But pay us so we can tell you how to do well. Because their finances, health,
It's like
friendships.
It's like those, and that's why I tell my mother-in-law, I said, this stuff that you send me sounds just like the stuff that, those people, motivational speakers, I said, it sounds like you're trying to sell me. I just feel like they're trying to sell me something. So I said, that's why I don't watch the stuff that you send me. I don't see any difference from, if I want like a motivational speaker that's going to tell me, oh yeah, you've got to change your mind and do this and all the great things are going to happen for you.
What am I wrong with my phone?
Then I can watch, what's that guy, the real tall guy?
TD Jakes?
Nah, the white dude.
Yeah.
Joel Steen?
No, it's not a pastor. He's a
Big
motivational
old
speaker.
hand.
Yeah, with the big hand.
Oh, yes.
I can watch him.
From Florida.
Yeah.
He does a lot of.
Jim Rohn.
Yeah.
I can watch that.
Big old guy. I know you're talking about.
Watch that instead of
And then he'll curse you out too. I mean, he'll use profane language.
yeah, at least I know what atmosphere I'm in. I know what's going on. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
That reminds me, so BDE is going to be putting together a symposium that's going to be coming, God willing, this year, if not early next year. So we're looking forward to that.
Okay.
I would call it motivation.
Can be inspirational.
Yeah, I don't mind inspirational. I just want to know the good, bad, and ugly of everything. Otherwise, I feel like I'm being hustled.
Yeah, I don't mind motivating. It's just that that's not my style.
Yeah,
But
I'm a motivator. But
so then, where's the error? If if the scriptures wants us to, we're gonna look at it, but if the scriptures paints a picture of doing well. Christ said, some of the scriptures we covered before, Christ said that the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. I've come that you might have life. So to have life is one thing. Then to have life more abundantly is the other thing.
Yeah, that's what I got right now, like more abundant.
True.
Yeah, and I have a kid.
That's true. So obviously, and abundance means to go beyond the bound. So to abound is to have more than this thing can contain. Christ didn't see a problem with that. So then, if there's no problem with doing well, because Christ wants us to do well, where is the issue? Where is the issue when they come on TV or they have their churches and they're telling you prosper, 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 prosper?
Well, that's only focus.
They're not even giving you the food for that, and then they're selling Christ for gain.
Yeah, they're not telling you the trappings of only being focused on that. Not telling you all aspects of it.
They're not even teaching you how to delight yourself in the Lord. They're not giving you all of those things per se. They're just teaching you about the blessings of the Lord and how it's only self-motivated.
Yeah. So when things start going bad, you're like, oh, God doesn't love me. God hates me.
That's a good point. So how do they get? They're doing well. How do they do well? What do they do?
Because that's what they
Because we talked about is planting seeds, or either that or they're planting a seed of some stuff that's abundant and getting that, but they're also taking advantage of people.
taking advantage. They're selling it. They're selling. They say, fake it till you make it. They say, look, I'm successful because I believe, and I'm this and I'm that. And by the way, you're not going to be successful if you don't, we're going to say, plant a seed. You know, don't steal from the Lord at the same time. And these people, if they're supposedly getting successful, the more successful they get, the more money they're putting into. I see that with your friend.
Why is he my friend?
What happens when you plant a seed?
It
So
grows.
what's the
And fruit,
Whatever you plant,
you'll
It
see.
multiplies.
if it's been watered,
You expect ROI?
Yes.
You know what an ROI is?
A PPP loan.
You know what an ROI is? Return on
It does say.
investment.
So you're not paying attention.
So if you invest in something, you expect
You return.
Something
Return.
that,
some kind of gain for it to grow.
yes.
So if that many people are planting seeds into one pot of soil, are they ever gonna? Do they ever get that back? Do they ever
No.
get fruit?
No.
Why do they call it seed?
because it takes to grow and produce.
I remember there was a tree with gold looking leaves that people's names on it. Every time we would go to church, I would look at it. And then there was more names. All the leaves were already there, but they were just writing names.
More names on the leaf.
Which church?
I'll tell you in just a second.
Okay.
And I kept watching it, and I saw the tree was over 3/4, close to 5/6, full of names. It's a building fund.
Mm.
That was in 99, 2000.
No.
The church, the Southwest.
Yeah.
That's the same church. So they were supposed to be building.
Like 6, take
Yeah.
over there by West Baltimore.
Yeah.
But you
They
can
had bought the land or put down on the land.
Did they? They lost it.
Yeah, they lost
You lost the place?
The land.
They had.
I've been waiting for years for that big church and it never came.
The-
I never remember that.
Where was that?
They had bought the land right there
The
on the
name
other
for
side of
Outlaw
Bristol.
Leagues. Lost many members during that.
I didn't know
Well,
that.
because
I know that.
It's
I
because
know.
they quarreled and there was division in the church. That's what happened.
It's more than that.
It was, man,
That's,
Should still be able to build. Got
it
all
was
the
more
money.
than that. He just,
he had a soul food restaurant that everybody. That's where Bennigan's used to be.
started with his,
Daughter. Was it his daughter or
started
his
with his
kid?
daughter, then cheating,
Mhm.
the church, then he became a
He was what?
Stop, I'm not gonna throw
I don't remember that. I could sense something wrong with him.
No, he
That's why I
started
left.
following.
I think eventually got sick.
Well, he got sick, his parents were sick.
No,
That's why his parents died.
last time that he came to a word restoration.
They do.
That's it.
The problem is you're planting seeds into something that never grows. That's a curse. When Christ saw that thing grew, it was here, it had leaves. It grew
And produce
fruit.
fruit.
Okay, there's all that's tied into something. All of it is tied into something. But there's definitely 100% nothing wrong with prosperity. Nothing at all. Because it just means to do well. Whether you call doing well $700 million, I would never have a problem with somebody having $700 million. I'm not gonna have a problem. Or if you call doing well $70,000 a year, I'm not gonna have a problem. Who am I? The only problem is when you start lying with God. Lying is playing games. So I want to be careful not to play games with you guys. We'll start with verse 1 in chapter 103.
Of the Psalms.
Mhm.
Then the oldest I
Surprised he
actually
didn't
read.
sing it.
What's the time of this song?
Verse 1 through 5, please.
Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits. And who forgiveth all thy iniquities, who healeth all thy diseases, who redeemeth thy life from destruction, who crowneth thee with loving kindness and tender mercies, who satisfieth thy mouth with good things, so that thy youth is renewed like the eagles.
There's that. Prosperity. God does want us to prosper, but David is starting off by saying, bless the Lord. Who's he talking to?
Himself.
He's talking to his soul. Bless the Lord. Oh, so me as a person, bless the Lord. There's certain songs that Victoria would sing that I didn't particularly like because they didn't rhyme. There was one that she used to sing, don't ask my name. That song, they would practice it all.
What was the song?
Don't ask my name.
Don't ask my neighbor.
Yeah.
Never had that song.
It's not a
You know what I'm saying?
gospel song.
So when she would sing "Bless the Lord, O my soul," it was the same thing, like but of course the scripture. So I love the scriptures in this verse.
Have you ever had that moment where all your soul can say is bless the Lord, oh my soul, and all
Have I? No, but that's good. That's a good question. I remember being in the Good Shepherd Chapel. This was when I was the most Christian, at my highest peak of Christianity. And I remember getting emotional. You know, I'm a stud. I don't do emotions like that. But I do remember just getting emotional and thinking, what a wonderful God this is. What a wonderful God this is. But I could have done that without being so emotional. Connect. And there's nothing wrong with emotions. Just if you're intimate with the Most High God, it's okay. You're fine. But I just remember being so free. Being just so.
I remember too. I didn't know you.
He was a stranger at that
Oh
moment.
my God. He would be I'd be sitting next to him like this. It's the look at his face.
This is when I was wearing white.
I know, but when we was going to the churches when he first got out, it was the same thing.
Well, I wasn't at the height of my
That was the bush
I
of
was
our.
wearing
Catch your time.
How did he do it?
Exception.
Oh, okay.
It's all good. I didn't know his
Somebody, she said she saw him.
She said when he first came home. And he
Oh,
was
okay.
going to church.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't know any better. That's actually for you don't get that kind of connection every time you have an encounter with the Lord. So it happens. It just happens because you see it enough, and you're like, I want to be that free. I want to be able to rest in something and be vulnerable to the Most High God. And so to answer your question, like I've been to a place where I'm just like, soul, do whatever you feel like doing to worship this God. Now, he's still worthy. Who am I? Does that mean that me being a tough guy, he's not worthy for me to break down?
But this was in vulnerable moments that can pour out of your soul. All you can almost seem to say is, in your tears, bless the Lord. Sing it. Bless the Lord. And all that is within, bless his holy name. It pours out.
No, it's true. It's just I shouldn't have been doing that. What got me there was music.
Yeah.
What got me there was music, and it was an artificial ushering in. There's no spirit in there.
So you mean they're faking it?
Not in the moment. He's saying music can do things to you.
If you're
I'm
not
saying I was
faking it,
calling the
then-
moment.
Yeah, so that's good. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, but you have to remember when King David would do it, either his soul was distressed or he came back from a victory. You understand? It was real events. It wasn't music.
Yeah, I've had that, but
This
for
is-
my soul being distressed.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
And then there was
This
a
is from the
renewing after. Like there was a lot of things that you could tell God heard. So, but
Not
I used to
because of
see
music
all the
that
time when
evoked
people they do the
emotions.
music, and I see people spinning around and they do that. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't need to show you.
Music does help people to connect to.
I get that. It invokes something in you,
Yeah.
but
That's why he uses music. But he's saying that when David is coming out and saying this stuff, it is coming from a real response to an incident within his thing. When mine came through, it's from a real response of something that's going on. And yes, it's either because I've been in distress or he's brought me through a victory.
can't even do it. You know what I'm talking about? They start doing that, and I'll just be looking like,
I've done that.
I know you have, because you get
What they
caught
call
up
it,
in
the Holy
something.
Ghost
That's what they say.
Stuff like
But there's always the same 2 or 3 people who catch it
at the front of the church.
at the front of the church. Everybody can see.
And then as they slow down,
And then they.
I can see.
Yep. Or they hit music
Start
again.
over again.
I'm like, what the heck?
Who does that? The first church that I saw.
Oh, he does that
Some
in
shop?
at Sharpstown.
No, you can't do
It's not a
that.
singing. And then just if you can sing, just look at what they're saying. It's close eyes and
Yeah, well, that's different. He's not
yeah, but
rehearsing.
everybody look at him. They look at him because they're
He's feeling the music.
It's not supposed to sing with not that they're singing.
Mom out there into the music.
And then they.
That's in Latoya.
Have you seen that?
Latoya.
People do that.
See that?
So that's a good question though. I have a wife, I have daughters. I want to make sure that any connection they make is real. So I don't do that anymore unless it's real. Into too much artificial stuff. All right. Bless the Lord, verse 2, bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits. He's telling his soul, don't forget all the benefits of blessing the Lord and how God gives benefits. What is one of his benefits that happens daily?
Mercies.
His mercy every day.
Yeah, I experience that every single day.
I drove 20 hours. Sure. Just listen to me. It does not make sense for you to be able to drive 20 hours
Especially in
and
that small
make it
truck.
safely.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. Because there's people and then there's other trucks and there's all kinds of stuff. And sometimes the trucks it's so close. In those tiny little lanes. Oh, I shouldn't be saying this because
And you gotta figure out ways to stay awake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I sent you video so I can do it like.
Oh, so he can watch the videos at night while he drives. That makes sense?
It's tough. I know what you're going through.
yeah. I get creative.
I do too. Maybe things sound weird, but things that
There's some things that I do just like do this.
yeah.
He slaps himself.
I slap myself too. I slap myself and I start talking to myself. And then sometimes remember when I used to it's a lot of stuff you gotta do to make sure. And then sometimes I say,
I do that.
Or he stays on phone me for 5 hours.
oh, that's the best. That's the main way to stay up.
We've gone 5 hours before.
I know, but that's you. That ain't me.
That's the
No, I'm
best
not
way.
saying you. I'm saying I call you to keep you up.
If we're talking about inspirational stuff, man, I can drive. If we're talking, I can drive for 2 days straight. I won't even feel sleepy. But when I'm by myself and I'm not talking to anybody,
Empty. Good job.
you feel like you're
Yeah.
like, oh man, I slept.
I feel sorry for him.
Plenty to tell you.
It's a hard way to make money.
It is. Plenty to tell you. That's why I want to get out of it eventually. Plenty to tell you. I was backing up my 18-wheeler. And he was like, Daniel. I was like, oh, my bad.
I just watched the
asleep.
I was
video.
knocked out. I was sleeping. in my AC.
You just watch this on Instagram, like Dallas, Texas has like their own page, and people, whenever they see stuff, they tag Dallas, Texas TV in it.
Oh, yeah, I'm on that.
And so there's this guy, they're all sitting at the train, and the truck kind
Just
of
goes.
got hit by the train.
Yep. Yeah, I probably
And I was like,
fell
there's no reason. That's not all. Everybody kept calling him stupid in the comments,
Fell
thinking he's
asleep.
rushing. I said, no, that guy fell asleep,
He was
and the car
asleep.
just started rolling.
Yep.
And he just got smashed by the train. I was like, oh my
Yeah.
They killed him or he killed
Of
someone.
course he's
God.
gonna
He got hit
die.
by a train.
Well, don't be
18 was got
He
hit.
fell
by-
asleep at the light, waiting on the train, but he didn't put the car in brakes, so the car just started rolling.
Truck, very easy for that heavy truck to start moving.
Just start
Yeah,
going.
you can't even feel it. You
You
cannot
can't feel it at all. That's why if I know, sometimes I
You
fall
look around,
asleep
you
and
look
I-
around and you see things
I
moving.
just put my air brake on. Yeah. Yeah. I put my, if there's a train going,
That's the best thing to do. Yeah. They'll
They
let
can
you
wake
know.
me up.
They'll let you know. They will let you know.
It's hard. It's very hard.
I say all that to say
Only
that
God.
we're talking, only God. Because I can't think of a job that I've done that paid me a decent wage that wasn't dangerous. I can't think of it.
Yeah, me too.
even when I got out of the clubhouse, I was working at this. I was doing day labor. I was working in this apartment complex that's building. I told you, for whatever reason, I didn't go one day. That same day, it burnt down, and I saw one of my coworkers had to jump. So funny. He had to, on the news, it's showing he had to try to jump.
You did that?
He did that. That whole building, we were just building
Crazy
that.
thing about that, because remember I had a friend who was working across the building recording her phone.
Yeah, that's
So
good.
I was showing you that.
Yeah,
I was watching it, so it was like, that's my coworker.
You gotta make sacrifices.
Yeah, jobs are not.
Even when I was in the plant, as easy as that was, sometimes there's so many different alarms.
Anything.
And I used to be like, oh yeah, that alarm means this. But
What if it's gas? And
you don't know what, sometimes you're like, all I can do is look like everybody else. If anybody else is, nobody's running, everybody's walking home, okay, I'm good. But if there's nobody there, I'm like, did they just release something that's gonna kill me
Right.
out here? Like you get nervous, you don't know what to do. So
Yeah, these jobs, yeah.
it's mercy. It's all God's mercy.
I've had all easy jobs.
I'm not talking about you. Okay?
Mom, I want to brag about my job.
They're not bragging.
Not bragging,
They're
exactly.
giving God the glory.
Yes.
Yeah, I can give that the glory.
So what about looking young, feeling young? Is that bad?
No,
Somebody's trying to share a message with you about feeling young and looking young. The scripture it says so that youth is renewed like the eagle.
Eagles. Yeah.
You know how an eagle's youth is renewed? Does anybody know?
They pluck off, remove their beak, discard their beak, pluck off their beak, and they wait until they grow back.
Did y'all know that? Okay, so an eagle will fly to a very, very, very high mountain when he gets old. He's trying to fly, his beak is not sharp. So fly to a very high mountain, and before he takes off his beak, is it called a beak?
Yeah, it's a beak.
He'll pluck off all his feathers, all of them. Very painful thing. Then after he's done, I don't know how he dislocates his beak. He has to grow back. It grows back very sharp. His wings grow. So when it says, wow, youth is renewed like the eagle, that's what it's talking about.
Some people think they need Botox.
Botox, that's not youth being renewed, but it looks like it, right? You can lose lines.
Look like
Well,
monsters.
if you put Botox fillers right here, maybe.
It's renewal. It seems like a painful process.
Yeah.
Renew.
Yeah.
When he says he satisfies that mouth with good things.
Multi.
What? I feel bad because I keep plugging DDU.
You just say do it responsibly. I laughed at that. I've seen that before though.
I just saw it the other day. I didn't know what to use. Let me not use BD. Let me just say this: as a nutritionist, I've learned so many things about what's in all these substances. What's in guava plants, why all this stuff. Why fruits and vegetables are so important out there. It has all these nutrients to renew your youth.
So then is it true that you're taking all the nutrients out when you cook it or just some?
So, but see what happens is when you eat a plant, you're eating that plant as close as you can to it being alive. get a plant and it stays and it stays and it stays and it stays, it's getting old. So stuff is dying in there. And then you go cook it, and in that cooking process, water takes so much out, and you eat it, you don't have many nutrients. In fact, you can see the nutrients in the water. Right.
You use it in a soup, so you.
Yeah, in soup, you get everything. Yeah, you get everything back. But I'm learning all these things that if we eat, it's like what Dr. Sebi was trying to tell everybody. What you eat is what's going to make you feel great. This woman I saw, she's like in her 80s or something. And she refuses to eat anything that's not fresh vegetables. All she would eat is fresh vegetables. And in her 80s, she looks like she's in her 40s. She looks great.
80-year-old woman.
Because all she eats is life. That's all she eats is life.
How is that possible?
I just told you.
Some of the things that you supposed to cook it, some of them are, if you don't cook it, they are not good. Some
I get it.
release when
Maybe-
you cook some of the.
No, I get it. Like,
That's
there's
release
a leaf.
when they cook.
No, I get it. And I'm just saying, she has a garden, and everything she eats is alive. It's like the Most High told us that the life is in the blood, so we cannot drink the blood.
Yeah.
But there's sick people alive right now that drink
Yes.
blood because they know that all this stuff is in the blood.
Vampires.
Vampires. That's actually what they call them. They call them vampires. They take blood and smear it on their faces.
Yeah, those ones
To do
are-
what?
Those people are they are celebrities that are doing that on putting
Yeah.
blood on their face.
So the more life you get, the more obviously the more.
DMX did that.
Okay, let's go to this other scripture real quick. 3 John chapter 1. John, you're gonna read this one.
Hey, John.
It's close to Revelation.
The New Testament. It's only one chapter.
One chapter. Okay.
Verse 2. Read verse 2.
Beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest
Thou.
thou mayest prosper and be in health, and even as thy soul prospers.
Okay. Bless the Lord, O my soul. All right, your soul is blessed in the Lord. So that, and forgetting all his benefits, that does all his things for us, right? Okay. John is talking to the beloved Gaius. So he's telling them what? That, beloved, listen, I love you very much. Somebody says beloved, that means they love you. May even be their favorite. Beloved. Okay, that's one sentiment of love. Then it says, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prospers. That's what I would write to Victoria in the love letter. Beloved.
Can I start saying that to my wife?
I wish above all things
Mm.
thou mayest prosper as your soul prospers. Isn't it a beautiful thing to say? Showing love to other people, wanting them to prosper. I want for people to prosper. For two reasons. For one, God to get the glory. For two, I want to see people happy. I do want to see people smile. I don't know why people don't like seeing other people enjoying their time, enjoying life. I don't understand. I know they want to enjoy life too, but what's wrong? How is somebody else enjoying life taken away from you? I remember when I used to have to sit out recess. I was never mad at the other kids, but they were still funny. I was only mad at the teachers. Being serious about making me sit out. It says that I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prospers. So the guy, Gaius, his soul is prospering. Why?
We cannot the Lord.
He loves the Lord. What else? How can you get your soul to prosper? You know what your soul is?
Isn't that your mind?
That's good. That's good.
It's reading the word.
Okay. So your soul person, the person of you that is your soul. It's all your
Like an
memories,
essence.
right?
Yeah.
That's where your emotions are, the seat of your emotions. It's the essence of you. That's you. It's you. The you that we remember, we're talking about. It's your voice. It's your soul. So that inside you, this is obviously just a shell. This person of me that looks like me, that y'all see, it's just a shell. When Victoria, she's always saying that I have something in my beard, I have something in my beard, I have something in my beard. I always tell her, no, I don't. Because the person that I can identify with, he doesn't have anything in his beard.
Oh, it's
Right.
you and Dotson.
But the person, if I went and looked in the mirror, the person that's reflecting off that mirror, that is my body. That person does have.
So you have split personalities.
No.
Just talking about the soul.
You know, you'll be called schizophrenic if you told people that.
You have a body, and you have people always say their
You know
inner
that
self.
you have a body and a soul. Spirit.
Even non-believers talk about having an inner self. So, no,
They called me schizophrenic when I said that.
you didn't say that. You said something else.
No.
Continue,
So the scriptures will call it nefesh.
A what?
Nefesh.
Go fish?
Nefesh.
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 I like to consider it a fire. Once that fire goes out, when that fire is put out, does anybody ever have like a gas water heater? Okay. Then you have one in the town. If you go and quench that fire, that's it. That's it. That thing is gone. It's dead. So you put the gas on and light it again. So I like to consider the soul as that. It's just fire. And one day, it's going to dim out, and then that's it. Your spirit will not be able to do anything. All the electricity is gone. And even if your spirit hangs around, it's like, hey, get up. You can't get up. It's over. Okay? And that part of you is what has to see judgment. But you won't see judgment without a body. That's what makes sure you get your body. All parts of you is going to come back.
Yeah, but your spirit returns back to God.
God.
You don't
That's
own
just the
that.
breath of life.
Yeah, you
That's
don't
just
have
the breath of
that. It's your soul that's yours.
life. Absolutely. Okay, your hard drive.
The soul that sinners shall die.
Absolutely. Soul.
That sinners shall die.
It's like a hard drive. You know that even right now, inside this life and this time generation, they are downloading.
Engineering babies.
Yeah, they're downloading all the information that's in your mind,
Yeah.
putting it on a hard drive so that you can live in it.
Wicked.
I mean, something might come alive and then, it's not.
Have you seen that girl on Say Cheese?
The psychic?
Have you seen Black Box?
What is it?
Are you thinking about reincarnation?
Oh, I don't believe in reincarnation.
Yes, that
You
happens.
just asking about
Let's
it.
hear what
Huh? Yeah, I was just asking about her. With what she says, people coming to visit her and all that other stuff.
Yeah, so the scriptures talk about reincarnation quite a bit. It actually does. But the stuff that she's talking about, she's acting as a medium when she does that.
Yes.
That's in the scriptures,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We saw Samuel come back
Come back, yeah.
and talk.
But he said who woke what he was awoken.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah. Well, he was disturbed. His rest was
Because you're supposed to sleep, right?
Yeah, you're supposed to sleep if you've done what you're supposed to do. If you've done what you're supposed to do, Paul said to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. But there's wandering spirits. I don't know if those are dead people or not. I don't know. That part I don't know. But as far as Christ himself said that that John the Baptist was alive. He says, if you can receive it, John the Baptist is alive. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. He said Elijah was here.
So John the Baptist. So it takes study. It does take study, but it doesn't mean that all souls recycle. I'm not saying that. All the stuff that they're into, like some of it you can find just some whatever. But now that we know what the soul is, he's saying that part of you that can get happy. I want it to be happy. Y'all know that. When I was coming home today, I have such a wonderful family. I love these people. I can't park the truck right here, so I parked it far. And I had told Victoria like 3 weeks ago I would be here at 10 o'clock. So she waited since I left Monday. She waited outside.
Then outside since Monday.
She's been waiting right there. It's Tuesday. I walked around the corner and I saw her outside waiting for me to come. And then when she finally saw me, she runs in. I'm walking. She runs in and gets the girls. The girls come out and they start running towards me. This is good. Oh man, no matter how tired I am.
Did you lock your vehicle since you went
This is good for a man, no matter how tired he is, to see his girls come run, his children run to him. It's always going to be good for a father that cares.
Yeah.
That was my, they blessed, that was to my soul.
Yeah,
Good.
it's not every day that she was out waiting for you. So today that
Mama,
she
she was there now.
Oh, I didn't know, because as soon as I came.
When he left, she was there. When he came back, how do you know she wasn't? Do you have anything to prove contrary to that? No, she was there. That's my greatest joy too, coming home after a long day and my kids. I mean, theirs is usually there, but when my kids run down the stairs, they want to see me. Right? And Lydia, if he's cooking and cleaning, and then she comes.
What a wonderful thing, right?
Yeah.
That's inside of you, yeah. Especially since whatever the day was doing, you come home.
Because a man fights battles out there.
Okay.
He comes home, it's peace. Not you feel that.
Yeah, I feel it now. I go out all day, work, cut grass, come home, see my little daughter. How you been, dog?
in the house.
When I call him.
What?
When he calls her.
He doesn't call her.
Calls her mom, he said.
When you call your mom,
Yeah, we called
I
her.
think he's still just. Let's go to Joshua chapter 1.
Joshua or Joshua?
Joshua. Because I want us all to prosper. What does prosper mean?
Well, too well.
To do well.
He said Jasher.
Joshua.
Oh, Joshua.
To do well. Why wouldn't God want you to do well? Sometimes our definition of doing well is ridiculous. I was telling Victoria that I want to be in a position to be able to buy people. Excuse me.
Chapter what?
So he was
By
like, "Mom,"
people.
Buy people.
I said, I said, so that means, so we Googled, is it illegal to buy people? And it was saying, you can't buy people, but you can buy their souls. And I said, okay, so you can go buy their souls. So
What?
that is
So a lot of people.
Buy people.
I know a lot of people. I mean, are taking what Warren Buffett said a while ago, and you see a group of investors, they're taking on people's student loans and paying for them so that when they actually go into the workforce, they get a percentage of everything they make. Yeah.
Oh, really?
So they're doing that to keep people out of debt that way, but they're getting
anyway.
exactly.
See, the thing, that's good, because that goes a little bit where I'm trying to get at. Yeah, I was telling Victoria it would be it's a wonderful business idea. Hope none of y'all are watching this steal it. I know I filmed it.
I'm always on that.
Uh,
Investing in people.
I don't want to invest in them. I want to buy them. So-
Own them like a slave.
Honestly.
Let him tell you. I'm just,
The people in Nigeria do that.
no, he
So-
wants to really own them.
So at first I was thinking like a barber, right? This is my barber, but it's not really a barber. He does whatever he wants to do. So he's not your barber. You're just his client, and that's it. And then you said, well, okay, I can retain him so that I'll pay him $500 a month, and that way it's on call, like whenever I want to haircut. You know what I'm saying? That kind of feels a little bit more, but if he says I can't do it, then what?
Yeah, then you can do.
So I was just thinking, if I own him, excuse me, I didn't say anything what I'm saying. Serve. He just wants independence.
No, they're there. His beck and call, no matter what. They could be using the bathroom, and they have to come.
No, I wouldn't even do that, right? So if I own him, it's whatever I say goes, and so it's uncomfortable, right? Victoria was very uncomfortable with this, but then I started to explain very simply. If that man makes money, it should be my money. If that man, gets deals for doing this, that should be mine. And then I started to show her. Let me pull back the veil and show you all these networks, all these record labels, all these people. That's all they do.
Yeah.
They own these people. They bought them, but they bought them for $1 million or for $500,000. But they bought them for whether it's 5 years, or 10 years, or 3 albums. They bought them. Now I'm not looking at it with that sinister look because those people are repugnant to me, and that's the reason why the Organic Label Group is what the Organic Label Group is, to go against that ugly machine. But what I want to do is take the people, buy them, and then say, okay, fire your CEO. Because whatever your mindset is, kind of like where you're going with this now. Wherever your mindset is, I'm watching you. I see all your potential. I see what you can do. Your potential sucks. Your productivity is trash. So I will buy you. Thank you. How much will you sell me yourself for? Name the price.
$500.
Victoria said $32 billion. I'm not. Get the heck out of here.
No, I said
It's not a good
63.
deal.
$63 billion?
Not a good deal.
I can't do anything with
No
that.
return on investment. That's
I
not
can't-
potential.
Right, I can't do anything with that. So I gave her an analogy. I gave her an example. Somebody, let's just say he says, all right, $100,000. She said $97,000. So okay, $100,000. I own it. I'll take that $100,000. I'll start working with him, get cold with his craft. I'll put him up against other real good barbers and see how he does. And make him get a little buzz, get kind of famous a little bit, and then we'll start getting networks to call him. And then I'll tell him, hey, you can, let's sell your time for $1,000 a month. But we're only going to take 100 people. So now I'm seeing revenue of $100,000 a month, cutting other people's hair. He's got TV networks offering $60 million. You know that guy Joe Fieri or whatever his name is, the cook guy, chef dude. Yeah, he's making $80 million for 3 years. He's cooking. So I get some shows going for him, and then I do this. This is where it's at now. I said, all right, it's been 3 years, 4 years, whatever. I'll sell you back to yourself for $5 million.
Just $5 million?
Is that a good deal or not?
That's not a good deal.
He's
Yeah.
making $60
You don't
million
know anything about
dollars
investment.
and all that other good stuff.
What's the last thing I said after you told me all this?
You like it?
No,
What'd you say?
I don't have everything.
So is that a good deal or not? Doc, I bought you for $100,000. I bought you. I own you
And at that
at
time,
$100,000.
you were bringing in less than $30,000.
I'll sell you back to yourself for $5 million. Are you gonna do it or not?
No.
Depends
Okay,
on
then I
what
still
kind of-
own you, right?
Yeah, most people with good sense would say yeah, because you've already built them up. After, I mean, if you
They
own
can-
them,
They can go and make their own money.
they can
Right?
make that money. But sometimes people are like, nah, I'm pretty good with what I got going on here.
Then I'll keep giving you dividends off of this company that I do let you own a little bit.
I want a royalty check.
Yeah, I got you. Don't worry about it.
Loyalty
Most
check.
people you should be able to buy for $2 million.
Most people, right?
Yeah.
I think so. I think if I said $2 million, I want you, and I'll only do it with men. I will not buy a woman. I will not buy a woman.
Because the reason why I say that is if you work from 18 to, I just did the math, not that just something.
Why wouldn't you buy a
That's
woman?
what they already have. They've done the math.
Mhm.
18
Why wouldn't you
to
buy a
50,
woman?
18 to 70, if you work from 18 to
Because a
70,
woman,
you make roughly about 40,000 a year.
woman is
That's $2 million. A lot of people who are making that aren't really.
How she
applying
alive
themselves, they're
is
doing
that
that.
shit get
So
pregnant.
if you tell them, I'll give you $2 million, that's a great deal because that's all they're going to make in their entire life.
Right.
Or you can say, I'll give you $1 million. Look, based on what you're doing, you're going over here, you're working, you're not doing anything, you're going to make $2 million for your lifetime. So I'll give you $1 million.
right now. Right
Give
now.
you $1 million.
That's what slaves did.
You don't have to pay for
Slaves
room
weren't
board.
paid.
I got you. You don't have to pay for
No,
food.
servitude.
So
Actually, 500,000. That's the African.
it's up to them, right? If they take it, they take it.
Right.
Okay.
Servitude was like
But you have
that.
to have a proven method in work.
Who? Yeah, that's my job. That's what
Yeah, that's what he's supposed to. He's the brain. He's now taking their brain out of it.
Right. Get it out of here.
You now,
If
you're
I
just a robot. And
Right.
You're going to do the things that I tell you to do.
absolutely. You're supposed to be studying. Why are you not studying? I don't know. I own
I go study.
Yeah, I know he's somewhat of a
flog you.
genius.
What?
So he's somewhat of a genius.
He's a genius.
He is a genius.
It is.
Yes, well, thank you, Mom.
So what
That's
is
coming to America.
now?
No, mom says that sometimes.
So what am I showing the person when I say you can buy yourself back for $5 million? Hopefully they do.
Your
Hopefully they're
potential.
smart enough to do that. I'm showing them that one, you don't know how to value yourself. You thought you were doing good when you were making what $70,000 a year.
So those hackers that hacked y'all stuff, bought y'all for
Absolutely, they looked at us and said, "Look at these losers. They are artists making an innumerable amount of content. Like you can sell this, and there's no end to how many times you can sell this." So they took that and said, "Y'all don't know anything about anything. We're going to take this, the value out. We're going to make money off it." That's what they did.
Yes.
You know your
I stole myself that.
your uncle and your aunt are getting royalties, getting paid royalties off of their music. Have they told you that? Huh?
Yeah,
They're streaming a lot.
pretty high streams. I think Ray Toy put it up, put the numbers up.
Oh, I didn't see it.
He probably saw it.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, we're
That was a while ago.
probably at $250,000.
Ah,
Where? In Los Angeles?
Oh,
y'all talk to Dean?
he's sick. He had pneumonia and malaria.
Malaria.
So I'm letting him rest up. Yeah, he was in the hospital when I reached out to him.
Or cousin.
So essentially, what am I saying? I'm saying that everybody has a different idea of doing well. Everybody. But because I know what I know now, I didn't know this when I was young. I would have done that. But because I know what I know now, I would talk to any child, and every time I talk to an artist, I'd always tell them, don't go sign a record. You know what they do? They're even way worse than what I just explained. A record deal, they're going to give you your $1 million to sign it. They're going to give you your own money.
Yep.
Hearing that, I almost sold myself 3 times. Like,
Yeah. And you're selling yourself for your own money. Here, take this, take your money. Okay, come on. Sign right here. Right, you're bragging. The reason why it's your money is because you don't get another dollar until you pay all of that up. So it's your money. They're signing you for your own money. Something they see potential in you that you don't see in yourself.
And they call it an investment. It's not
an investment at all. Right? So
and they say if they don't recoup that, they just gonna
write it up.
oh,
And you want and good luck trying to find another company to take that risk.
It's gonna be hard.
Because you flop. So I'm trying to explain to people, listen, you have what it takes to do, especially right now. You have what it
This
takes
is
to
the
do
best
it
time.
on your own.
Lot of
Just
laziness.
become clever. There's a guy that I saw get rich right under my nose. I watched him the whole entire thing. I know the exact play. BFB. I watched the entire play. I watched it the whole way. Twitter is how he came up. And he just ran circles around all the other people that rap. He's not even good at rapping. So he got a good personality, but he just kept pushing himself to the point of annoyance, pushing himself. Then he spent money with Say Cheese. He did all this stuff that doesn't seem like you should do it.
is this a milk driver guy?
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like you should spend that much money on these things, but he did. He
Yeah.
still did it. Anyway,
Yep. You gotta invest in yourself.
now he self-proclaimed to me. Still works at the
So yeah.
He still works at the post office.
And he bought what kind of car did he get?
A Bentley.
Oh no, I remember when he got the little car and he says I think it was a Toyota.
Yeah.
It was like it's gonna last me forever.
Smart guy. He's very smart. But he was just renting the Bentley. Right? Because he understood, hey, I have the value. I have all the value. You artists, you have all the value.
So y'all really own me right now?
He wouldn't buy you that.
It's more than just making music.
Yeah.
So y'all own me
It's
right
more
now
than just
because
making music.
y'all
It's
pay
understanding.
for my.
Everybody thinks they're hustling just because they're working hard because they're making a lot of music. That's not
You
it.
have to understand how to sell. If you have huge value, how do you sell that huge value? Right? Because he sold himself to the masses. And when he sold himself to the masses, they saw his value. And then he went and brought other people in, like Sada Baby, other people that had value, and he increased his value. Then he got Wiz Khalifa on the song, and he increased his value. Now, if you want to put him on a feature or put him on a show, it's gonna cost money. You just gotta learn how to sell
And all that off of a post mailman salary. Hard work.
Absolutely. So, what am I saying? Understand your value. It doesn't have to be music. It doesn't have to be music at all.
I understand my value.
You asked me why I wouldn't buy a woman. I would not buy a woman. Because a woman, no offense. A woman is a liability. If I could buy the woman at 6, okay, yeah. Because look, I have all this time. But how will a woman, let's just say an adult that can actually sign herself away to me, how can a woman increase in value when she's already 18?
Put in porn or a strip club.
What's wrong with you? People are listening to you.
That's the
Stop talking nonsense.
He really thought that was the answer. That's going to decrease it. Look, that's gonna decrease
You
her.
were online.
That's gonna decrease her value.
Why?
Some people are thinking the same thing.
We're not-
about her, Islam, so
We're not talking about how much money she might be able to make in that short span. Right? We're talking about her as an entity, her as a brand. If she does that, she has completely cut herself off from any substantial amount of money she could make. Because if she could make that doing that, then wow. You don't know you can make much more the less you do.
Somebody at the door.
A lady who shows less skin, who gives less favors out, she can actually go further. Look at Beyonce.
Beyonce shows skin.
Yeah, she shows skin, but she doesn't go all the way like that.
What are you
What
talking
kind
about?
of surgery? She's naked practically. What
Yeah, she's naked.
Yeah, but
She's naked.
She's showing her butt.
All she does is cover her nipple. That's the only thing.
She doesn't even cover her nipple.
Now, yeah, she does. Rihanna, on the other
okay, let's look at Oprah Winfrey. How much body does she show?
hand,
Thank God.
I think I can say to that, not to jump too far off topic, is Beyonce dresses like that in costume, but when she's in her
She's modest.
everyday
She shows
life,
some
she
modesty.
doesn't reveal herself that way.
That's no reason to. It doesn't matter. You already saw it.
Okay, let me ask this: Rihanna, did she make more money off of her business or off of her showing her body talking
off of her business.
Kim Kardashian and Kylie, who made more money? One did porn, one did not. Who made more money?
Kylie.
Much faster got to be.
They say Kim's worth $1 billion now.
That's it. So what I'm trying to say is when you do that, yes, you can jump real quick, but like these OnlyFans women and stuff like that,
like
imagine them trying to erase, because they're going to try that. They're going to try to erase all that.
that content.
Kim ain't been able to erase it. How they gonna erase it?
But you know what I'm trying to say? They're going to try to put that.
Don't worry about that.
That was just the time. Yeah, that was the time when OnlyFans. But it's there.
Kim didn't do porn.
But she did.
Yes, she
She
did.
didn't.
Yes, she did.
She
When Ray
that
J.
video on
She
I told you the truth, the real story behind it.
But she did. do it.
No, she didn't get it. It was one that
yeah, but she still got paid.
No. Well, what? All I'm trying to say is
What
it
she
was
did
a
do?
personal
I watched
video that
Yes.
they used.
She allowed it
They
though.
put,
Her
of
mom,
course,
I watched
they hired a guy who put it
Oh,
out to try to flip it because they didn't want it to get leaked and then be sent. And they tried to control the
She made money
narrative.
off of it.
It's just,
Plenty.
but
But
to
did-
call
but
it
she did
porn,
it.
like the kind of porn
Plenty.
you guys all watch.
It's on the same
it.
streaming
It's the same
site.
thing.
It's on X video.
It's all on the same.
On there.
But by saying she did porn, it's kind of like, come on,
She
she
did
did
the
it.
It was the same thing. It was
Same
marketed.
thing.
What
It was
It
sold to
wasn't
the
a whole
same
production
company.
they're recording.
It doesn't matter.
It was
She
amateur.
Continue.
They call it amateur.
I'm gonna have her back.
they marketed.
You can
it,
find it on the
boxes,
celebrity-
boxes.
I know, guys. I know.
She got paid.
She had a distribution deal.
Okay, so
Really? I thought because Ray something. What is his name?
No, she would have sued him if that was the case.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
they hired a guy
Ray
to
J, I
come
thought it
and
was Ray
change
J
the
that
narrative
did it.
Ray J.
on
got-
how to
Ray
make her
J
get big
tried.
off of it.
Yes. But she
Oh, Ray J tried to do
Ray
it.
J was more popular than her at that time. He got no benefit from
They did.
Ah.
got more
Well,
stuff.
he.
it. I mean, yeah,
But
yeah,
only
little
for a
bit,
short time.
Yeah, but she was the
Right.
She wasn't even famous then.
I know.
Yeah, so she was just
Rich.
yeah, through her dad. They-
Through a gay
Oh,
dad.
no.
All
What? Just go.
right, so no, I wouldn't buy.
Is
women.
it Kylie Jenner?
Okay.
Please keep quiet.
I wouldn't. That's just my business sense. I wouldn't do it. Business. Plus, by the time I tell her, okay, buy yourself back, she won't do it. And I'll just be stuck with it.
Really? You're disrespecting us.
I'm not disrespecting. They should be telling you her husband says she can't do that. Her husband says that.
Yeah, let me tell you the highest value that I found for a woman. Me. This is me. That I have found for a woman is when she is a wife. That's the highest value I found for a woman. Because you could say, oh, what are you trying to say? I can make my own money. Yeah. I look at Oprah Winfrey, right? Let's use her. She's made a lot of money. That's all it is. It's just money.
Yeah,
Will she ever be a grandmother?
What's his name?
Stedman.
Stedman, yeah.
That's what she bought him.
Yep. He wouldn't be with her if she wasn't who she was.
It's true. The highest value is wife and mother. Now please y'all don't take that as a light thing. That's not a small thing. This woman here is my mother. Look how much esteem I give her.
You do?
Absolutely. I would break somebody's neck for you.
I saw a woman online yesterday. She had 7 husbands.
I saw that.
You saw that? And she said none of them would dare cheat on me. They know about my superpowers. All of them looked like they were all drinking out of the same thing and passing it together. They were all lined up.
Together.
They were all lined up. No, she put them in different houses. And she chooses who she sees. And she says, I take care of their every need. And none of them will never cheat on me because they know my superpower. Witchcraft.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
The
They're all
witchcraft.
sitting
They're
right
just
there.
sitting there.
Yeah,
That's what they're drinking. Yeah.
She's sitting in the chair, and they're all sitting down there, and they're all sitting there.
It just reminds me of whoa, 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 whoa.
They're all taking a sip. They're all taking a sip of.
I don't know what y'all watch online that y'all constantly are watching the same thing.
It's social media stuff. I just say, poor guys, man.
Don't they have families?
Mom, they're under her control. They all sat there looking like robots. And they're all drinking the same thing. Her little elixir. She had all kinds of it. Oh, man, I said, witchcraft. Poor guys.
They're stuck.
She focused on them and got them. 7.
Why can't the police?
The police.
No, they're married. African. They're married.
Oh, Africa. Okay, that's okay.
Maybe Haiti. I
You
mean,
said that's okay.
No, I thought it's here.
Okay.
because usually in those black community, the black area, African, you don't see where a woman has 7.
No,
I've seen that.
It's the man that has many wives.
I've seen that in the Middle East, where a woman has several husbands because they can't. The men are too poor to have their own wife, and then
It's
crazy. Yeah, pretty much. She has children. They don't care. They don't know whose child it is. That's what we're all raising. We're all raising our kid. It doesn't work. Those people have been. It does not work.
Okay, Daryl, read Joshua, almost done. Joshua chapter 1, verse 7 through 9. Joshua 1, 7 through 9.
Only be strong and very courageous, that you may observe to do according to all the law which Moses my servant commanded you. Do not turn from it to the right hand or to the left, that you may prosper wherever you go. This book of the law shall not depart from your mouth, but you shall meditate in it day and night, that you may observe to do according to all that is written. For then you will make your way prosperous, and then you will have good success. Oh, verse 19. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and of good courage. Do not be afraid, nor be dismayed. For the Lord your God is with you wherever you go.
All right, so there's a feat that you're trying to get to. God's not going to rain down prosperity. Has he ever done it before? Does anybody have a reference that we can look at? Who? Solomon worked very, very hard. He worked very, very hard. He was a very wise man. Can anybody give me an idea of when God just rained down? Here, this thing. Okay, I'm going to bless you. You just rain it down.
And this person, I said, Jabez. Yeah,
They
but,
said enlarge my.
Territory.
yeah.
Did you read it?
My
Did you read it?
and he did.
Did you write it down on him, or did you just don't know exactly how you got it?
No, no, I got it. He told him to enlarge his territory, and he did.
The same way he enlarges everybody else's territory.
What about Adam? In
But he was working.
the-
God was working. If he is, I just want to see it so that I can change my mindset and latch onto that. Otherwise, it's a huge task that you have to tackle. It's big. And God knows that. That's why he said, don't be afraid. I know what you're still, I know. I gave you this desire, and you're looking at it, and you're like, how am I ever going to get there? Only don't be afraid. You have good courage. I'll be with you. But make sure that you meditate in the law. And it's not so much that the law is going to get you there. It's just so that you don't get in your own way. Keep the law, keep the law, keep the law. All these things I say, so that you don't have to be cursed. I don't have to take anything from you. I don't have to kill you. You don't get in your own way. And then work at it, believe. What was the post yesterday? I said, be honest about yourself. Be serious about the work. And then when it comes to results, be modest about the results, because it's the same way. Everybody's going to get successful the exact same way. There's no difference.
What about these? You know, one thing that I hear from like successful people. It doesn't matter if it's
Spiritual.
yeah. I just hear they always say that they are constantly praying.
That's beautiful, because
But even though it doesn't seem like they believe, they're praying something. I don't know who they're praying to or whatever, but they're constantly. I hear that all the time.
that's good.
Man, I pray every day. I pray all the time.
It's
That's
crazy
good.
you say that too, because from living in New York and being around all these industry people, they all get on their knees, do something, go like this. And there's the Buddha guy with the fat belly. They all,
Mhm.
all of them. It seems like. I think I even asked like someone's like, you know, because like even my people, they do the same thing. They talk about God, and then all I see is this big belly guy with a skirt on, and then they always get on their knees and do all this stuff. I'm just like, what is this some industry thing? Like, what is it?
Good, very good question. It actually leads us into the next thing that we're going to talk about. This thing's called affirmations. And then words, which is spirit, right? Life and death are in the power of the tongue.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay?
That's why I tell people watch what they say.
Right. So if somebody, they want to be someone's life, you say they're praying to somebody, right?
Mhm.
They want to be someone's life and all day. They're
Yes.
affirming, they're praying, whatever they're doing, they're saying, they're making, forcing their life to go in this direction only.
Mhm.
All right. Christ himself said, I don't want y'all to think that this is just biblical. Christ himself says, if you had faith of a mustard seed and you told this mountain,
Yes, that's true.
he didn't say in my name, he didn't say any of that stuff. He just said, if you have faith,
Mhm.
so you could tell this thing. That's just a law, it's just the truth.
Mhm.
And they've tapped into that. They know that all you have to keep doing is
Spiritual.
say it, believe it, say it. Make sure all your work aligns with exactly what you're saying and what you're doing. Right? And imagine another person who doesn't do that. They're looking at it like, I don't want to sell that because what if it doesn't happen?
Yeah.
Right? He's looking at it like, oh, I feel you, bro, but I ain't gonna sell that because I'm gonna look dumb as soon as it don't happen, I'm gonna look dumb.
Yeah.
Well, you're telling yourself, look at how you're putting yourself, you're going the wrong way. So whenever Victoria says something, I said, is that what you want? Is that absolutely, whatever she said, I said, is that absolutely what you want? She's like, no, don't say that. Say only what you want. Say that. Right? And don't say it to one of my favorite words of this generation is cap. That's big cap. That's you know what I'm saying? Right? So some people, they're saying stuff just to cap. They're saying that, oh yeah, I'm gonna be the next line. That's cap. That's cap. That's cap.
Yeah, you don't even
Yeah,
believe
but you
it.
can be
Yeah.
such a. I'll be like, if it's raining, I'll be like, oh my God, if I go out in these shoes, I want to fall. Is that what you want? Too serious.
That's what I tell the climate and it's very
I
negative.
said, I thought that was a good thing by me saying, if I go out in these shoes, I'm gonna slip. So I probably should change my shoes.
Me and Mom used to play around all the time. Remember? And I said, Mom, your son's a success. I'm a success. I'm a success. And things just started
Absolutely.
working out for me.
Absolutely.
I called her. I'm like, she was like, who is it? I said, success. Or she was like, success.
That's right.
And then we just kept doing that, and things just started really start working out for me.
Are you gonna tell me that was just a coincidence?
When you stop talking about being successful,
Don't stop, Paul.
it's stops.
Yeah.
Because he came to the
Make
Bible
very
study and
sure.
something about whatever.
Oh, the boasting and stuff.
Conversation.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Don't let that
Proud,
throw you off.
proud look.
She was like,
No, don't let that throw you off.
Yeah.
This is the last one, and I'll read this one. John chapter 6. I'll read this one.
John, what?
John chapter 6. In verse 63, it says, "It is the spirit that quickeneth or gives life. The flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit, they are life."
What was that word?
That's John chapter 6, verse 63.
Okay.
Okay? So I'll read it again. "It is the spirit that quickeneth," that means to make alive.
Mhm.
"The flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life." Who here considers themselves a creative or creative? You?
Yes,
You consider yourself creative? You creative or creative?
both.
Okay, what about you? All right, I'll come back to you. Just think about it. Doc, which one are you? Creative?
Creative.
Creative? Anybody else? Okay, also, I do too. You got something creative? Would you call yourself creative or would you call yourself creative? Creative? Okay. All right. How was the world created?
By a word spoken.
Okay. So if you're a creator, or if you're creative, spend more time saying,
Mhm.
if you want to create a future for yourself. Some of these guys that are so successful off of nothing. They're on the internet, they're on YouTube, they're on the infomercials. Why are they doing good? It's only because they know how to talk.
Mhm.
Right? That's why Darren he's had enough with these talkers. They create a life for themselves off of talking. So if these people aren't even creative, you say creative?
That's what people say.
You're a creative?
Most people are creators. Most people speak things. Well, I wouldn't say most people, but a lot of people are.
Yes.
They bring
Some
life
people
into their situation.
some people will identify more with creative because creative is like, you can just pick this, put it together. Creative. Come up with things out of nowhere. Creator is you're thinking, you focus on exactly what it is and you're saying, I want this. Even if you were telling somebody that was making a prototype, don't you have to tell them? You have to use these words to communicate. So communicate, right? Some people say communicate with the universe. I'm not telling you that. I'm telling you create the reality. And this is what I tell Rachel, I tell Jeff. I said, I go and if I'm going to daydream at all, ever, if I ever daydream, it's not to relax and enjoy it. I don't enjoy daydreaming.
Is it your future?
Yeah, like Snoop said, I don't like to dream about getting paid. You know what I do? I go to that daydream and I start stealing. This is not real estate. I go and start stealing things. How did I think that up? How would that have worked? Boom, got it. Okay, let me put it into this reality because this is where it's going to happen in reality. All right, you start saying these things. I've told them all kinds of crazy stuff. Right? So how many ideas do I have? I tell them all kinds of stuff. Okay? But, so we're going to tie prosperity
Tim
in.
Sullivan, he remind me of that one movie with, is it Six Entertainer? where he has all the inventions, and I forgot who the wife is, but he kept coming home with different inventions all the time, like a
Is
black
it the
family.
Honeymooners?
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it used to be a white show. Yeah.
So I'm telling y'all to tie prosperity, just doing well. Tie it into what you're saying. I don't care if you feel sick. Start talking. I had my ankle was kind of felt. It just didn't feel right. And I started talking to the ankle. I said, you don't have the authority. You don't have the permission to be faulty. And start talking to it. You don't own this body. You don't start talking to nerves and all kinds of stuff. And I'll just say I forgot about it because I can't just say that I felt to say. I can't say that. And that's what
It
happened.
start reconstructing.
I was jogging while I was doing it, but what I'm saying is I forgot all about it. Like, I just didn't think about it anymore.
That's stronger.
I don't feel tweaked. So as crazy as it may sound, it's only because there's a lack of faith there. Take that lack of faith out. Start doing that. Tie your prosperity with your word.
Well, you even see people who are Mama, you can probably try this. You see people who plant things, and then they'll go out there. They say if you speak life into that plant, it'll grow and it'll grow better. And then you've seen a situation where they spoke negatively to that plant, and that plant either died or didn't grow or whatever. Yeah. So there's true evidence of this stuff. Just give you a tidbit for your garden.
I'm not planting this year.
If you do.
Because you let that rest.
Sabbath.
Well, when you do plant, you can try that.
Yeah. Speak. I remember
I
speaking
speak
to
on my
these-
kids too.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember speaking to these kids, and most people would think they don't understand you or whatever. It doesn't matter. Speak to these
It
kids.
really works. When Sola first was on that, I would kind of look at him like, what the heck? Like, you do not belong in his house. So I just be like, so I think one time my legs,
What are you talking about?
in my body, when he speaks to whatever it is. Like,
Oh, I thought you were talking about the kids.
So there was one time where my legs were just going numb, or it was just some weird stuff happened. I was like, Sola, like I can't feel them. And he's like, talk to it. And I'm like, hmm. So I think I was by myself, and I was just like, you do not belong in my leg. It took me some time, and then next thing I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
you do not belong in this leg. And then after a while, I was like, so it's working.
No, it's true.
Now I'm always I'm always like, yeah, this stuff really works.
Yeah, it's true. And I have like Poonie is the biggest. He doubts, but he's seen it with me. Like I'll tell Poonie, like, man, I'm getting attacked, all this is coming and all that. I said, but it always works out for me. You know, I say it's always gonna work out. He's like, man, no, I'm telling you, it will always work out. I always tell him that. I always tell him things. And he'd be like, he sits and he watches. But when I say, you know, because Poonie's always talking about winning the lottery, I said, Poonie, you're gonna win the lottery one day. He's like, man,
You don't have a problem with that.
you know. He's like, man, I sure hope so, because you're a wise African, and usually what you say happens. You don't have a problem with that, but when I tell you this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, I always tell him these things. And some things he'll say, okay, based on your faith, I'm gonna rock with it. And a lot of times, 99% of the time, it works. It works out for him. And he'll be like, man, the wise African did tell me. The wise African did say it. That's what he calls me, the wise African. He was like, even where he's at now.
Why would he call you that?
Even where he's at now.
What do you have for him? I know you got something back.
No, I don't have anything. I accept that. I accept that. You want to comment? Yeah.
You don't have anything?
I don't have anything. But I tell him, like last year where he was at, he took inventory of himself this year. Last year where he was at, and I told him, I said, Poonie, you're cheating yourself. You're not paying yourself. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. Man, everybody can do all that. I said, Poonie, next year, you're going to have this, you're going to have this, you're going to have that. He didn't believe it. So, but he says, he always says, I sure hope so, when it's something good for him. But when I tell him, he's like, man, there you go with your God stuff or whatever. When I say something about myself or how the world works and all that, he's like, there you go. But then when it's on him, he receives it and he takes it like, I'm going to lean on his faith for me. And so he took an inventory of where he's at now. And he's like, I said, we talked about, I said, last year, could you even fathom everything that you have going on right now? Like you're seriously thinking about walking away from the job because you don't need the money. This job that you just had, oh man, I can't pay my bills. This very same job. You couldn't pay your bills, you were in a hole, you were on all that. I said, bro, you gotta speak life.
That's true.
You gotta constantly be speaking life. And you can't go with it and then he's like, oh, well, a lot of people just say, I say, yeah, but faith without works is dead.
Yeah.
You gotta work too. And you gotta speak and you gotta work and you gotta speak.
I gotta line up.
It's all gotta line up or it's not gonna work out. And so he did it. He said, he did it. He tried it. He said, I'm gonna try it for 1 year. And his life from what it was last year, this time to what it is now, he can't even fathom it.
That's crazy.
Can't even fathom it. Like I told him, I said, if I would have told you last year that you were gonna have this, that, and still have a lot of money on you, would you believe it? He's like, heck no. I said, I know. Because you did it. Yeah. But I like that because I like when he tests me and I let God just show off. Love that. But I do that with y'all too, with the kids. Tell y'all, hey, this is this. It's on y'all to put in the work too.
Yeah, it's
not magic.
It's not magic. It's
Yeah.
especially cool when you see anybody, it doesn't matter who it is, 50 Cent, your situation, see them come from a place where nothing like, damn, this is life even makes sense. What is this? Like come from that place, and then start putting something down and stepping out, something else up, and getting your way out of it. And I tell people that the word want is a very deceptive word. The word want, you know what that word means?
It means you lack.
It means lack. That's what it means. Want means
You know,
lack.
at Keller Williams, they have what's called bold laws, and what's so crazy, and I don't know that people are paying attention, a lot of those bold laws are just biblical principles.
Absolutely. A lot of people don't look at that.
Yeah. The scripture says, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Meaning, I shall not lack. So, what I'm telling people when they say that they want something, I'm telling them you don't want it anymore. I do tell them that. I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm telling them anybody that wants something enough to do it, which means, do you lack this thing enough? If I was hungry, and I went 4 days. I went 4 days without food. You think I'm going to treat that fourth day the same way I treated the first day?
Mm-hmm.
No way. No way. I don't want to die. I'm sorry. I'm going to go figure something out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to get it because of the lack. That's why people can come from dire poverty just all the way down and then rise so high because there is so much extreme lack that they just can't. I can't do this. These people that are, lower middle class or they're on welfare or whatever the case, and they get a little bit. It's okay. They don't really lack. If they want condensed milk, they'll get condensed milk. Okay, so y'all watch that word want. Instead, change it with desire because desire, at least, is a flame. It's fire. I desire great wealth for myself. I guarantee your attitude would be different if you didn't say, I want to be wealthy.
I'm still waiting because you could tell him your son is going
That's
to
why you're gonna live long.
This fourth-born
So
son
that
of
you
yours,
Yeah,
this fourth-born son of yours,
yeah,
you're very rich.
yeah, that's what they always tell me.
You're very
And
rich.
I say, I can't wait.
Good. Yeah, sure.
You can wait. Don't say you can't wait.
Yeah, I can't wait. Yeah.
Don't
You're
say you
looking
can't
forward
wait.
to.
Yeah. Yeah, because our mom used to say this all the time. I don't have any money. I don't have any. It doesn't matter if she has $20,000 in the bank or she has $2 in the bank. She always says, I don't have any money. When people call and ask, I say, Moms, don't ever say that. Stop saying that. Because eventually
You'll have no
you won't have any money. You gotta stay, even if the money isn't existing, it's coming. Or just say, if somebody's asking you for something, you don't want to give it to them, just say it.
No,
No.
I can't do
I'm
it.
very rich.
I won't be able to do
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do it this time. I'm not.
See why I'm so
other things
rich,
going
Mom?
on.
it. The good thing is to
I'm waiting on some money. This hasn't made it yet. You're calling at the wrong time. Sorry.
It's a good thing.
Or you can say, I've assigned my money to certain.
Yes, I have the money.
And
I
they've
have.
it's all been assigned.
It's been assigned. That's it. But I never tell somebody hits me up. I even try to tell Livy the same thing. Don't tell them. Livy will have
I was about to say,
Livy will have money and will tell. She loves to tell people, I don't have any money. I don't have any
I
money.
thought you were saying you tell me the same thing. My money's all assigned.
Oh no. Livy will say that, but she doesn't.
No, I'm saying I thought you were saying that to
To
her.
her.
Nah, just either I'm gonna help somebody or I'm not. I don't mind saying no. Gives me great joy to say no sometimes. It does sometimes.
All right, so good deal. I think we all got it. I appreciate y'all.
Thank you. This long journey to be able to do this.